Hey savers, hey audience, we're so excited to bring you a new young lady that I personally have spoken to on numerous occasions, and I will be working with her very, very soon. I met her through a close friend that we both have, that we not only have a personal relationship but also a business relationship with, and I'm truly excited to share you guys with her. When I say this woman is absolutely phenomenal, when she works with businesses and nonprofits with trademarking, tax preparation, and she has a whole entire team as well, to everything from business registration. If you need someone, this is the young lady to work with, because she not only touches on Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but she actually touches on all 50 states with all of her teams. And we are just so excited to bring you, to her door through this event on May. And so at the end of the day, guys, I just want to share her because I can just brag about Chardae Davis all day long. So let's welcome Chardae Davis.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Hey.
Thank you, Christina, for the invitation today.
Absolutely. I was going to brag about you so much. I was like, let me
No.
We've had multiple conversations, and I know we met through Christine Brunson, which is the executive director of Purple House Project, and also my VP of More for More. And I'm just truly excited that she brought us together with the amount of knowledge that you have, that you're going to be able to help other women, even other ventures that we have coming up, people that will be able to come in and talk about business. And you're just a breath of fresh air and a wealth of knowledge. And I cannot wait until we get started with this thing. So yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, thank you. And number one, yes, definitely shout out to Christine. She is a powerhouse in itself, definitely for connecting us together. And absolutely, I am absolutely humbled by the invitation to serve on your panel. And I am looking forward to, again, with my notepad, to take notes to see what everybody has to deliver. But I am looking forward to share some of my expertise that we have here at C. Davis Consulting Group.
Perfect. So let me just start off by sharing you with our audience and the rest of the world. Tell us about yourself. Tell us who you are and, how great of a person you are.
Okay, well, just a little bit about me personally. I'm a mom of one. I have one son, Meyer. I am a long-term resident of Delaware County, Pennsylvania. However, I do reside in Philadelphia. Through my personal life, growing up, I call myself a community baby. I've probably been a part of every community program, every free program there was available. So very much at a young age, I really developed a sense of, my community was a village, and understanding the importance of, we have agencies, we have mom and pop shops, we have churches, we have all these people that make up the community. And through the network, we can sustain each other. So again, going throughout life, I graduated from Cheyney University with a business administration, and I went on for my public administration degree, master's at Widener University. I really learned the ins and outs on how, the government or other public entities, how they supplement, all this programming that I benefited from, growing up. And I wanted to be a part of that. So thus, B.A.B.E.S Davis Consulting Group, thus began my relationships with community nonprofits and really helping these organizations strategically obtain resources to keep their programs growing and their doors open. So that's pretty much how I got into this thing.
Oh, perfect. Well, I would say I know your backstory, and you did kind of briefly give us a little bit about it, but tell us exactly what is C. Davis Consulting Group, LLC. I did mention a couple of things that you do offer with your organization, but tell us about your organization, your company.
All right. Well, our mission is to provide complete services, administrative services, for small nonprofits, aspiring small business owners as well. So in that, we help with the legalization of their business. So what we call the documentation and that state paperwork, submitting that on their behalf. We also provide their tax registrations. We also deal with the IRS and making sure that they obtain that federal employer identification number, which is that tax identification number. Also, again, after they get started, how do they maintain and grow that business or expand their brand platform? We assist with the strategic planning of that. So again, with that, we develop, very close working relationships with all our clients. We call ourselves, a part of the team, absolutely, because our objective is to not only make sure that a person creates a business, but that they are successful and have all the necessary resources. So again, we try to do kind of the footwork on their behalf to help them and empower them in getting started.
Perfect. Oh gosh. When I say this is just a tip of the iceberg of what you do, and I'm just excited that you are on our panel. I know I'm bragging about you and I can't help it, but I'm truly excited. So with that, because you are already inspiring me, what truly inspired you to get into this type of work? I know you say you worked with mom and pop shops or just seeing it, and even benefiting from the organizations and companies around you and the different resources, but what made you want to become a part of sharing that education with other businesses and nonprofit organizations?
I think my work more so closely. So I've had 12 years with essentially working as a contractor or consultant with nonprofits. So again, seeing that common theme, in order to get resources, in order to get grants and things like that, you have to have certain documentation. You have to have that certain data. So I saw a lot of times that was a barrier, to that entry point. And with that being said, through, again, having that public administrative background and, knowing those applications or what they call those RFPs, reports and things like that, I understand, okay, well, if the connection or the barrier is just the paperwork, but yet this group or this organization does have 10 or 15 years worth of experience and work within the community, there is a way that we can document that and get that on track so that they can too be a contender amongst these other mega house nonprofits or businesses. So, again, in fact, I think we were talking the other day about the sole proprietorship thing where essentially anything that you decide to do that makes income or revenue is a business. And again, you want to structure so that not only you protect your assets, your personal liabilities, but however that you have that data, that documentation so that you can move forward to obtain contracts or to get the grants or the loans or obtain the credit that you need to make your business move forward or grow that capital.
Absolutely. And so with you even saying that, people don't realize, like, I know we have a lot of new interested individuals who will be starting businesses, but people forget once you're in the business, what happens afterwards. And so I like how you're talking about even after when you start your business, it could start off as a sole proprietorship. And even after that, transitioning it to a LLC and you'll still be there. And that's one thing that More for More is all about. We're about making sure that we're no longer just putting band-aids on things. So I help you start your business and that's it. No, our businesses are going to continue to grow, especially if we have the backing behind us. We have the support. We're being motivated. We're being taught the proper, education when it comes to growing our business. So I like the fact that we are pairing up together, and I like the fact that I'm able to work with you to continue, that growth for other individuals, not only for us but for other businesses. So absolutely.
Yes.
Well, okay, so I'm so excited to have you to answer this question, because why do you feel like it's important? Your line of work is very important for women in businesses or just individuals in business. Why is your line of work so integral, with building their business?
I think our line of work is important because a lot of times we don't take that necessary steps because we are a little hesitant of the unknown. And what I tell people is, even if you're doing it afraid, take the first steps. That may be research. I want to do something. I need to see, is there someone like what I'm trying to do in my area. That would probably be the first step. Then my second step will be maybe getting an understanding of the cost to move forward with. And then again, this is all before we even begin, on the paperwork, between thinking this is what I'm going to do and going ahead to do it. Again, we are a person definitely to start with, because we provide you with that first consultation to kind of steer you in the direction based on your industry. So in your industry, you may need certain licensing. In your industry, you may need a certain approval from your city or local government. So we help set you on that path to say, okay, this is what you want to do. This is the time frame that it's going to take you. These are the applications that you're going to need to fill out to get the proper paperwork and permits and all those things. And this is the cost. We lay it all out for you. And what I tell people always, with your vision, and I love the way you framed it as the why. You really are going to have to kind of stick to the why. I told you this morning, I had to repeat my why this morning. It was, calls here, calls there. But my why is my mission, why I set out to do this, why I need to be here. So you definitely have to hammer out that why, that mission. So that's what's going to keep you going. That's what's going to put you in the driver's seat. But again, doing your research is a very important aspect before, hitting the ground running. We want to really get a gamut on what you're setting out to do. It's not a race. It's not a race at all. If you need to, take it at one stage, do a few steps a month until you get to that goal, that is fine. So again, I tell everyone, just research at your own pace. And again, reach out or seek someone like myself and a consultant that can definitely help you, fill in those gaps.
Absolutely. I know when we were speaking the other day, we talked about different levels of registering your business and where you start. And I think it's very important for people to realize, some people jump the gun sometimes when registering their business and different things like that. And I forgot the part where you got to kind of do it like a SWOT analysis, when you even start, okay, everybody's doing a boutique, but what makes you different? What is, your competition, and not competition in a bad way, just what are they doing that you're not doing? How can you modernize yourself? And so I really like that aspect. You said before we even touch the paperwork, let's make sure you're prepared mentally. Let's make sure you're prepared to fill out these documents, and we put you on a time, schedule, to fill out certain things like deadlines, so that you're meeting things and it actually is accomplishing for the, organization or individual that you're working with. So I really, truly like that, that you have that. So, oh my gosh. So it's funny when we met, through Christine, and I know we've had many conversations, but I kind of just wonder, why decide to collaborate with More for More? I know we're great, and I know we help you to help others, but why decide to, work with us to make this happen?
Again, I think, upon it being introduced to you guys, introduced to your organization, number one, just making that connection from across the nation was definitely great. And upon really discovering your mission and the work that you do, just the way you guys have multi-level programs to meet the community where they are at, I was just amazed by it. A lot of times, again, we don't go by kind of that village model. And just seeing that again for people to understand, okay, we're going to meet you where you're at, provide you with that education. And then when we're ready to move on the next level, there are other services, available. So again, I was excited about, again, sharing my resources that I have with your community as well. Hopefully that it could translate into what they are trying to accomplish, again, in that area. But again, I am all about the community, the strength of the network, because I do preach that to my clients all the time. As a business owner, or, again, even working with nonprofits, we cannot operate as an island in itself. Impossible. You will not last. So again, just seeing you guys, seeing where you started and where you are now, I'm just amazed. And again, like I said, humbled to again now be a part of your network.
Perfect. So on May 23rd, we have a lot of other speakers that are going to be speaking. I've asked this across the board, and it's interesting how it's been consistent, and I probably would get some consistency because as a woman in business, I know you deal with a lot of people, and it's just, you have different backgrounds that you work with, and you're still able to make sure that that organization and that company is successful at the end of the day. So what advice would you give the women who will be, coming and showing up to the actual event on May 23rd?
I would definitely say, definitely have an open mind to the information that is
Absolutely.
presented. Even if it challenges maybe your first thoughts about what you were going to do in particular with your business. So you may have thought, hey, my target consumer is going to be this, and I've already decided. But there may be some information that could possibly expand, that business model and bring in more revenue than you ever thought. So always being open to the information. Don't forget to make sure that you connect and take names and take numbers, because even if you can't use the services, your network can. And
Absolutely.
one of the things, again, I always tell people, when you are a business owner, when you're a nonprofit executive or president, you become the resource person. You are the know-all person. So people are going to come to you with questions. And so if you are not shepherding all of the information, you should be able to pinpoint people to others in your network that can also support and share. So it all comes around 360, I always say. In the space where my office is located, we are a co-working space, and we support small business owners and other nonprofits. So again, some of my work with C. Davis Consulting is simply just greeting and meeting some of the people that pass through there and say, well, hey, have you ever thought about doing this or that, and things like that. So again, we're constantly connecting, constantly resource sharing. Hey, I have this happening on Thursday. Would you like to be a part of this? Sure. Because again, even if you can't use it for yourself as that business owner, you are about to have a whole community of people under you that will most certainly benefit from some of the things that come across your globe.
Building relationships, networking, those are absolutely important things that people don't realize. Like you said, going back to, making a statement about the village, we're no longer doing it by ourselves. Even if we think we are, even if we don't have the support from the people we feel like we have support from, you're still not doing it by yourself. You still have to have mentors. You still have to have other business owners that you're connected with, whether it's attorneys or, somebody in marketing. So I like the fact that you also said in the beginning that you're coming with your notepad, because I am too. Because I still learn each and every day. Yeah. And so I'm just truly excited about making sure that we are nourishing these women and we're empowering them to, make sure they're making better choices, because right now women are dominating business like departments, and we're hitting numbers, record numbers that, it's like the business industry is like, we don't always get the recognition we deserve. But let me tell you, the research I've done over this time, has just shown me that we're doing it. And as long as we stick together, we work together, we can continue to make it grow. Everybody's looking at us for, advice when it comes to technology and, medical. And it's not just the boutiques and different things like that. We're doing that as well. So in any department or industry we want to enter into, as long as we have the right mindset, we're absolutely going to, be successful. So and they're going to have you in their corner. So absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
So I would say, you don't have to give us a whole bunch. I don't want to give it all away, but give us some little tidbits or little secrets that you're going to kind of, topics that you're going to talk about during the events.
I would love to share in May the components of a strategic plan. I always say that the business plan or the strategic plan is very important when it comes to setting the strategy and the trajectory for your business. Your business plan includes that mission. It includes, how much, the operating budget, all those pieces that are important to making that business successful. So I definitely want to share and leave with the viewers the strategic plan when we meet in May.
Absolutely. And I know you have some more tidbits, but they just don't understand.
Yeah, we'll be picking up.
for some fruit. They are in for some fruit, and I cannot wait. Don't worry, I'm telling you, I have my little notepad right here. I know I'm not supposed to do it, but that's all right.
I'm excited. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, for those who are preparing for the event, our absolutely amazing conference, as well as, you know, starting their business, or even at a spot where they're questioning, like even me, you know, and trying to figure out what are the next steps. How can they find you even before the conference? And I know they'll use you after, but how can they find you? What are your handles? What's your, you know, social media? What's your websites?
Absolutely. Well, I invite anyone who is interested in learning more about the steps to starting their business, or if they currently have a business and they are trying to figure out, you know, what do they need to do next strategically, they can definitely contact C. Davis Consulting Group at www.cdavisconsultinggroup.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at C. Davis Consulting 1, the number 1. We could definitely talk. We do offer a free initial consultation that includes a business assessment. So we will be asking those details to kind of see where you are and what you will need in particular based on your state. So each state has their own rules to starting and registering your business. And we will definitely provide you and set you on the right path according to your state's requirements. So cdavisconsultinggroup.com.
Perfect. So I know that you'll have, you know, other information that you'll be presenting again at the event. I know that they can find you, you know, on Facebook, on Instagram, and even through your website. And again, if anyone needs any referrals, I'm telling you, that's me, because I'm working with her. And, you know, even with our consultation, she truly means that she takes the time out to consult with you, to figure out what works for you, you know, and so that she makes sure that, you know, C. Davis Consulting is more so, you know, your therapist when it comes to your business. You know, that company absolutely is trying to help and make sure that they're, you know, building a foundation for you. So if you want to get started before the event, definitely reach out. Other than that, you'll see her, meet her, and have, you know, plenty of time to ask her questions. May 23rd to 2021 at our conference. So absolutely.
Thank you so much, Christina.
Absolutely. So we'll see you then. We're truly excited, and we'll talk to you.
We will. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you.
Absolutely. Bye.